Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. This will be a little bit of a different video to the 5 best bets. Daddy has asked me to predict my final 7 playoff positions in both the AFC and NFC after this week 18. I would like to make a quick disclaimer that it is my opinion, and I know it's going to differ to many of you that listen to this video, and it's just how I feel the results are going to go this weekend and what it'll impact for the playoffs moving forward into the wildcard weekend coming up next week. So without further ado, we'll start off with the NFC with the number 1 seeds already locked up, the San Francisco 49ers. But before we discuss the San Francisco 49ers, got to run down the NFC teams who mathematically cannot make the playoffs. That is the Carolina Panthers, the Arizona Cardinals, the Washington Commanders, the New York Giants, and the Chicago Bears. Now, let's continue with the video with the number 1 San Francisco 49ers. San Francisco first round bye secured, home field advantage throughout the playoffs, so however far they get, they got that with the win last week and the loss from Detroit and Philadelphia. So number 1 seed in the NFC is the San Francisco 49ers. The number 2 seed will end up being the Dallas Cowboys. Me being a Cowboys fan, shocked to be in this position. With thanks to obviously being Detroit in a close game last week, and Philadelphia throwing away that healthy lead against Arizona in what I'll call a shock defeat for them. So the number 2 seed will be the Cowboys. We're going away to Washington. Yes, we're 14-point favourites. I'm not sure we'll cover the 14, but we'll do enough to win. It should be comfortable, and we will fully look in that number 2 seed. Number 3 seed will be the NFC North champions who've had a great season, the Detroit Lions. They blew their chances of a high seeding finish and an outside chance for the number 1 seed when they lost to the Cowboys last week on Saturday. Going for a bit risky with the 2-point conversion. Yes, it was controversial, but the result. They've lost. They're not playing for any position, but I'm sure Dan Campbell's going to want to come out and get the boys firing for the wildcard game next week. So for my number 3 spot in the NFC, it is the Detroit Lions. The 4th spot, the final group winner, will be the NFC South champions, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers got a little bit of work to do. Didn't do great last week. Got blown out against New Orleans. Home, very disappointing loss for them. But they're traveling to a Carolina team who are an absolute mess this season. Win and you win the group. I know there are some other permutations they can lose out, but this is my prediction and what I think we could go into another video and divulge. But this is just for my standings. I believe Tampa Bay will go on to beat Carolina in Carolina. And for that, they get the 4th seed and the NFC South title. This was obviously going to be either Philadelphia or Dallas. Obviously, Philly throwing away that shocking result at home to Arizona. I think they were 17 points clear at one point. Dallas and Philly's record were superior to many teams other than San Fran and Detroit. The 5th seed was locked up to either would come second in this group a while back. And with Dallas going to beat Washington this week, regardless of Philadelphia going to the Giants and beating them, it's irrelevant. So the 5th seed in the playoffs in the NFC will be the Philadelphia Eagles. 6th seed will be the Green Bay Packers. Few eyebrows raised. Confused? Just bear with me a second. Yes, the Rams have already secured their playoff berth last week, 2 weeks ago, whenever it was. But the Packers only being a game back. Home to the Bears this week. They'll beat the Bears. The Rams travelling to San Fran. No guarantees they're going to win there. I'm going for a San Fran win. The Packers will leap the Rams because the Packers have the head-to-head tiebreaker over the Rams. So the 6th seed, for my prediction, for the playoffs in the NFC, it will be the Green Bay Packers. And finally, bringing on number 7, will be the LA Rams. Obviously, they lost to San Fran and the Green Bay Packers beating the Bears. They've lost the head-to-head tiebreaker over Green Bay. So they will be the NFL's last playoff team at seed number 7. Teams just missing out who mathematically still have a chance to make the playoffs are as following. The New Orleans Saints, who have, the time recording, a 31% chance to make the playoffs. The Seattle Seahawks have a 26% chance to make the playoffs. The Atlanta Falcons have a 10% chance to make the playoffs. And the Minnesota Vikings have a 3% chance to make the playoffs. There are articles out there where you can dissect how and the permutations of ties, wins, losses, head-to-head records. There's out there on the internet, but this is a video that I'm just predicting my top 7. So please feel free to research other teams out there that aren't in my prediction, but it'll be broken down on other websites. So the 3 wildcard games will be the number 7 seed LA Rams traveling to the number 2 Dallas Cowboys. The number 6 seed, the Green Bay Packers, traveling to the number 3 seed, Detroit Lions. And the number 5, Philadelphia Eagles, traveling to the number 4, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That is my prediction for the NFC final 7th playoff spots. Before we begin for the AFC standings 1 to 7, a quick mention to the teams who mathematically cannot make the playoffs. That is the New England Patriots, the LA Chargers, Tennessee Titans, New York Jets, Las Vegas Raiders, Cincinnati Bengals, and the Denver Broncos. We now turn our attention to the AFC, where the already locked in number 1 seeds, home field advantage throughout the playoffs, however far they get, will be, and is, I can't change this, the Baltimore Ravens. My number 2 seed, ready for it? Miami Dolphins. Yes, you heard it. Yep, Miami Dolphins. People listening out there, I'm going to go mad. Oh, Miami are rubbish, not playing well at the moment. Buffalo going to beat them, going to take the number 2 seed off them. That very well might be the case. Miami have been playing bad of late. Miami got embarrassed to Buffalo start of the season. They're not on good form. Mike McDaniel will not let them get beaten like this again. I'm going for a Miami Dolphins win and for them to lock up that number 2 seed. So number 2 in the AFC standings for the playoffs will be the Miami Dolphins. Number 3 in the rankings, can't be touched, can't move up, can't move down. Number 3, he's already looked, is the Kansas City Chiefs. Nothing much more to say. Be Kansas, will they be a threat in the playoffs? Pat Mahomes comes alive this time of the year. Let's find out. Number 3, Kansas City Chiefs. My number 4 spot and the final group winner will be the Jacksonville Jaguars. Yes, they've been there most of the season. Been a bit out of sorts. The final few weeks got back on track against Carolina, led by CJ Beathard. But the reports coming out that Trevor Lawrence will be playing this week at Tennessee. Tennessee have obviously already been eliminated. We don't know who's playing quarterback. Will Levis keeps getting injured. Tannehill's washed. Jacksonville should win this comfortably. Yes, it's away, it's a road game in a group, but they know what the target is, and obviously they're expecting to win this game, and there's a lot on the line for these. So I'm going to go for the AFC South champions, and the number 4 seed will be the Jacksonville Jaguars. My 5th seed, and probably one of the most dangerous teams in the AFC other than Baltimore, are the Cleveland Browns, led by Joe Flacco. Looking very, very impressive. Scored the playoffs, I believe it was a couple of weeks ago. Forgive me if I'm wrong. They look great. Flacco likes to sling it. The defense is awesome. Got a decent run game. Team to look out for. 5th seed's pretty much looked up. I think he is looked up. So the 5th seed in the AFC playoffs will be the Cleveland Browns. My number 6 seed will be the Houston Texans. It is a win and getting game at Indianapolis, and I think Houston, with CJ Stroud back and healthy, on a bit of form again, I think they'll get the job done. I think it's going to be a nervy game, but I could just see Houston sneaking this. And for that, they eliminate the Indianapolis Colts. And let's get on to number 7. And that's right, it is not the Buffalo Bills. The number 7 seed is the Pittsburgh Steelers. Pittsburgh do have it all to do. They've got to travel to Baltimore Saturday night and get the win. Rumours are Harbour's going to be resting some of these players. We'll get Lamar Jackson fully healthy. They've got a couple of niggling injuries on the defensive side as well. Even if they do play, I think it'll be half a game. I think Pittsburgh will be up for this. And the way my predictions going, Pittsburgh win and they're in. So number 7 seed isn't Buffalo, it is the Pittsburgh Steelers. A quick chat about the Buffalo Bills, because I think a lot of people will be in disbelief. The way I've predicted my playoff final standings are teams that can affect them. So the Steelers being the Ravens, the Jacksonville Jaguars being the Titans, obviously clinching the South, and the Texans Colts game doesn't end in a tie. There is a chance if they end in a tie that Buffalo will be in the playoffs. Obviously, they lose to Miami too. And they're all the scenarios in my playoff bracket and my predictions. So a 94% chance Buffalo Bills will not be in my playoff prediction picture. Bit of a shock to many, but that's how I feel. Please comment down below what you think. And a quick reminder for the Indianapolis Colts, obviously losing the matchup against the Texans, and obviously the Jacksonville Jaguars winning too. Unfortunately, the Indianapolis Colts miss out. So the playoff matches for the AFC wildcard weekend will be as follows. The number 7 seed, Pittsburgh Steelers, will be travelling to the Miami Dolphins. The number 6 seed, the Houston Texans, will be travelling to the number 3 seed, Kansas City Chiefs. And the Cleveland Browns, the number 5 seed, will be travelling to the number 4 seed, the Jacksonville Jaguars. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is my video for the AFC and NFC playoff standings going into the wildcard week starting next week. Yes, there are a couple of shocks in there. I'm sure a few will disagree. That's fine. This is my prediction. If you can, please leave a like on the video. And if you do not like my prediction, or you've got other views of other results that could affect whatnot, please drop down in the comments below. Would love to hear what you think the seven positions are going to be from the AFC and NFC, and moving forwards. Who do you think is going to win the Super Bowl? We're getting into playoff season now, guys. It's going to be very exciting. Videos will be coming out and we'll be breaking down every game. I'm looking forward to that. But if you can do, again, please leave a like, please leave a comment, subscribe, share to all your friends, get them to listen to this. And just please remember, it is my opinion, my prediction, bit of fun, and that's how we should be on this channel, and that's what we're trying to achieve. Have a great weekend, guys. Good luck to any of your teams in week 18 if they've still got a chance, and all the best, and we will see you on the next video. Take care.